Yeah, they're still going after each other, these guys here. Oh, man! Oh, that's not what you want to see. Burleson gets himself out over the curbing again. He did the same thing in turn 6, got a little lucky, but this time gets on one of those big rumbles.
Jason, take a look.
And here you go. Both guys are up walking is what we hear. Bobby at this point is in no man's land. He's trying to get the bike stopped, and you can see he just kind of clatters into the back of Matthew Skultz as they were going down into turn 5. Jake Gagne was probably a little bit lucky he wasn't in front of both of them as was the same. Now, Sean Dillon Kelly's not close. Oh, Sean Dillon Kelly's big crash.
Sean Dillon Kelly with a huge mistake, a high side tumble.
That's going to be losing the rear going in. Maybe he had caught a false neutral or something. At that point, he did get high-sided off the inside. So that was, if you're going to do it, that's going to be a little bit better. But all these tumbles, you can see him bringing his arms and stuff into his chest.
And a field of hopefuls behind him that, no, and it looks Tony Elias goes down. And there goes that M4X Star Suzuki. A low side as Tony Elias. Great launch. And he's going to lead us into turn. Man. Big crash.
Wow. That is a huge takeout there.
Richie Escalante involved in that one.
Yep, and that's going to change the surgeon.
If you just watch toward the kind of the end of the pack there.
He got underneath, and it was a 3 wide situation right there, and really didn't have anywhere to go. He was like straight lined into a bike that was turning.
There's just a lot of bikes trying to fight for one little spot.
And there's a little nose wheelie, and call gets thrown to the outside, and I don't want to say
it started. So did Caleb. The whole season, so he doesn't have to worry about points, so he can push the issue.
What do you do if you're Cam Peterson?
Oh, he got one down in the left.
Big time down. At a high speed, and we've seen several riders go down. I think, Rocco Landers went down in that turn earlier. Our thoughts are with Hunter, and hopefully everything is all right with him, but that's good to bring out. He went off the track on the inside.
On the inside. You know, we talked about this track being blind. It's hard to see when you come over that hill, and especially when you have those other riders in front of you. You know, it's kind of hard to see which way the track goes.
Almost every track we do it. Good news, Hunter Dunham able to walk off the track.
Screen there, and it looks like he gets up on the curbing. Alex gets hit, and then Corey Alexander runs over Alex Dumas, and then ran over that inside curbing, Greg, and it just kind of stood him up when whoever was to the outside of him was just still leaning in. It almost looked like it was Uribe, I believe. So I'm glad to see Jason did it. What you got to think about too is that even if Brandon does figure out a way to get through, no! Brandon is down in in the chicane. He's got to run and try to get that bike. Wow. Because he's got Dominic Doyle outbreaks himself going in. That's another big mistake from Dom Doyle. And he crashes.
Down in a big collision.
That is big. Oh man.
Unfortunately, they couldn't see him. Not, but she was really hard on the brakes. I mean, she did the best job possible.
Everything she could
to try to get that bike slowed down. You can see the bunch right at the top of the hill.
He's actually up. That's a good sign. That's a great sign to see him up and okay. This is the battle for 4th. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Oh, no, that is bad. Don't like it. That's Gus Rodeo's involved, and it looks like it's Burleson
again. Yeah, as we saw Burleson involved.
He just gets loose, starts getting sideways, falls off the inside, and Gus Rodeo had nowhere to go.
Nowhere.
The fact that Isaiah is moving and all that is great. It's up over the top here, and he realizes it's in too deep. The rear of the bike's coming around, and then it just snaps on him. Now he's just along for the ride. Oh.
That's also a little bit further right than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, but
he's up and walking around is what we're hearing.
That is great.
But there's definitely a Suzuki GSX-R 600 that needs a little bit of love. Oh, and somebody's off!
It's Bradley Ward. Bradley Ward is going to get back onto the track.
And everybody sees it, though. Everyone sees it. So it's in a bad spot. Evasive action taken by everyone. Wow. So Bradley Ward.
Why we got to the red flag. Bradley Ward in the background there. He ends up tipping off in these fast S's. Bike comes across the track. Our field did a good job missing him. And you can see this bike ghost road in a really, really horrible spot, by the way. You see Bradley getting in the... Just going from turn 9 down to turn 10, and he tries to squeeze up underneath Sam Vertorico and gets off into the grass and collects him and Sam as they went down. And this is on the second lap of warm-up this morning, and now you just got to think that was the last time the bike saw the track. And
several. Oh, man, somebody went down hard.
Two of them.
We're going to have to take a look at that. I think that was Jack Roach. Wasn't he like, what the heck happened? Where'd that come from? What are you doing? But he's hurt. There's a case, too, where who is that? Who else is with him? We know that it's Roach on the 12.
Schultz, just like Jason said, 3 Yamahas. But then there's Tony Elias. Oh! And down goes
Gagne.
Another mistake from him this week, and he can't believe it. As riders going all over the place. Was that the 94 of Liam Grant?
It was Liam Grant, and there we go. This is, man.
Rider down in the back.
Number 41, Greg.
Yeah,
It's Brady
Brady
Ford.
Ford.
And it sends him up over the top. And he just ends up landing on his head awkwardly backwards. And I'm glad it looked like Aiden Thau that he barely missed there with his body.
Escalante holding on to second spot. Oh, look at Xavier Zayat trying to. Oh!
Jason Aguilar goes down. That Nate Minster keeps it upright, though, Greg. So I'm not exactly sure what happened with Jason there. It almost looked like he hit somebody at the back of their tight into turn 2, and you can see he slotted himself right there. And it's Mesa, actually. We got a big crash in the background. So it's actually Mesa in second. I thought it was Zayat, but it looks like it's Mesa in second place.
Second or third. Oh, Tony Elias.
Oh, there's oil on the track. There's got to be something down from David's crash.
That's it.
There's got to be something on the track there, Greg, because I saw both the M4 bikes lose the front. Then I see Schultz crash. And then look at Corey Alexander there, just hit some stuff as well. Watch the first two. You're going to see Bobby Fong up out of the seat. There he goes. Tony's sideways as well. Zanetti just inside of it. And then see the front from both the guys behind. The front gets lost. And you're going to see Cameron Bobier's bike is going to come along and hit Matthew Schultz right in the back right here. And that's a big thump.
That is a big thump.
Yep, let's hope that Matt in race number 1 today, turn 10. Oh! Tony Elias crashes coming onto the front straightaway in front of everybody. That's going to take Zanetti wide. Tony's off to the inside of the track. You can see that there's obviously some fluid on the ground. It looks like it's off the line right now.
You're going to have to be a little bit more careful. It could be a little bit more damp up there. But, we have a bike off in the background. That looks like a BMW. And I'm trying to see who that might be.
Might be Coffee.
It could be Coffee. It is. It's Jeremy Coffee down in turn 4. So that bike tumbled pretty hard, and we're looking here. Jeremy is up, which is good.
Yeah, looks like he took a bit of a dinger. So Jeremy Coffey in the gravel trap. He's going to be out of this one, and he is frustrated. Pushing hard for a podium position. A little miscue here at WeatherTech Raceway. Laguna.
Sides him off the inside. Does the rear snap on him? Yes, it does. Rear snapped on him at the dip there, Greg, as you go through that little depression, and it spit him off the inside of the bike. Cody Wyman slots that R3, Greg, into 4th. Lockoff was not the beneficiary of that, and a big crash just behind. Trying to see who that is. He's up and okay, which is the dirt. Let's see. He gets out there. Yeah, he digs the front wheel in to start with into the dirt. Sends him up over the high side. Looking back there to see who he's got to send a thank you card to later on for not running him just right over.
With a big question mark of what it's going to be like being side by side.
Oh, we have our first rider down. It's Frankie Garcia. What a tough break. The Rolling Sands Challengers upside
right here
down.
In the pit.
Dude, that was right.
I think he flipped it
at the start. So some guys, this is right in front of our vantage point. Some guys were doing literally practice starts out of the launch. I wonder if something happened to him and he spun out or something taking off.
I don't know if he tried to do a wheelie and it flipped.
Because literally they stop or slow down right here at the cones, right where they're at, where that car is.
That thing got twisted up pretty good right there. I'm certainly...